Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. Queen of Hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to warn him early, hear the truth. Tune in every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chief Podcast, bringing all the news. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Chris style, out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
Chiefs Kingdom, you are tuned in to the Arrowhead Chief Podcast, episode 230. Hope everybody's having a good evening, whatever you're doing. You're at home, you're at work. We appreciate y'all tuning in to the Arrowhead Chief Podcast. We got a few things to speak on. We're going to talk about Trey Smith and his contract. We're going to talk about Trent McDuffie, Rashee Rice. Get into Chris Sims. He put out a quarterback ranking. We're going to talk about that one too. And we're going to get in, also talk about FAU expectations and go around the league and talk about a few other things too. Before we get into that, wild card Marlon, how you feeling, man?
Man, what's good, man? I'm feeling better than Jey Uso today, but other than that, I know worlds are colliding right now. Damn, see how I just did that, put it all together. Anyway, no, man, hey, Chiefs Kingdom, what's up? What's happening? Feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. Always a pleasure to be alive. Talk peace with the bro, man. What's good, man?
That match, not much, man. Just got back in town early this morning from Virginia, seeing my youngest son graduate. So shout out to my son Ashton. Yeah, it was out there, man, watching him graduate. So got one more to go in Virginia, man. My daughter.
Man, it's funny you say that. I spent 2 years in Virginia Beach, man. Shout out to Princess Anne. I was over in that area. So, yeah, man. Virginia's not too bad of a state. It ain't too bad.
Yeah, maybe where you was at.
I was about to ask you what part was you at. It depends on where you're at, though.
Lynchburg.
Oh, yeah. You yeah. Take the first part of that name of that city, yeah. I know exactly where you was at. Hey, because when you start getting over at Lynchburg, it's crazy. Start getting to Harrisonburg over there in that James Madison is crazy. Hey, I just say this: when you get away from the coast of Virginia, it's crazy. It's different. It's different. It's a different part of Virginia, bro. Just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm straight.
Oh, trust, I know.
It's a small town where everybody knows your name, so
I'm good. No, bro. Keep it real. Them is almost sundown towns. Nah, time to go.
Yeah. But shout out to my son, man, and yeah, man, it was a good time. So
for sure,
good to see the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Congrats.
All right, man, let's talk about Trey Smith, man. I know we've talked about him before, but, here we are, June 10th.
Yeah.
And they haven't signed a contract yet. Now, we got till July. I know we got till July. But, my thing is this. I've always maintained that what's taking so long, man? A guard, man. Like he ain't like this some all-star wide receiver or quarterback or defensive end, corner. This is a guard, man. Like this deal should have been done by now. What we doing, man? Like let's just get the ball rolling, dog. Like
suspense, baby. Come on, man. You gotta make it.
Like, he's on the hook on the cap. $23.4 million right now. He's the highest paid going into this season because of the franchise tag. Robert Hunt, 21.65. Landon Dickerson, 21 million. Quinn Miners has 20 million. Chris Lindstrom, 21.8 million. Like, let's get it done, man. Get a man, give his money, man. So we can get what we doing, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, the moment that you you traded Joe and you kept him and you franchised him. I thought you should already had the deal already in place. I don't know what's the hold up. Knowing the Chiefs, it'll get done. Just don't give us a repeat of the whole Chris Jones situation. I don't want Trey sitting in the stands. I ain't looking at the team. I don't want that. Let's avoid that at all costs. Because unlike Chris, that like directly affects Patrick Mahomes. So that's why I don't want this situation to get to that point. That Trey is sitting on the sideline because of numbers. And trust me, I'm pretty sure the team is looking at that franchise tag. Like, yeah, we don't really want to pay this. Let's get the deal done. But at Trey, I'm like, I'm not in a rush. Hey, I want the max money if I'm Trey, so I don't blame him for any strategy on both ends. I mean, it's business, so it'll get done. It's just weird why every season or off season it's something that we just always got to deal with when it comes to these contracts, man. Especially when it comes to key players that we absolutely need on the field. We need Trey on the field.
You damn right we do. Shit, we traded fucking Joe Tooney for your ass, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Get your ass up in that room and sign this goddamn contract. What you doing, boy?
Hey, you wild. He said, come on, man. Get your ass in and sign that shit.
You playing, man. I ain't got time for you to be a diva right now.
Yeah. I mean, I
was just playing, man. This is his last contract possible. Or not his last one, but this is
big
first big contract. And
yeah,
I get it. It's just come on. What we doing, man? Your guard, man.
It's the frustration about it, just waiting.
You're not a left tackle.
Hey, yo, chill. So you trying to get LT money. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Chiefs are just trying to find the right number at. I mean, you talking about all those other guards that you listed at that pay rate, 20 to 22 million a year, hey, and the Bears, they already re-signed Joe to a contract. So I'm pretty sure if I'm Trey, I'm like, look, all right, what are y'all doing? Like, come on. So it'll get done. Just I don't need the Jerry Springer show. I don't need the messiness. I don't need the, let's keep Maury in retirement. I don't need none of that, drama show. So let's just keep it all, let's get it done, y'all. Get it done. Get it done.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know what's going on, but
let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this though. See, hypothetically, Trey doesn't come in, training camp or whatnot. You got to have a backup plan. What would your backup plan be
for him?
No, for right guard. If something,
I think now here's my thing. I do think he plays on the franchise tag. I don't think he's gonna hold out. I don't think he's gonna sit out like Chris Jones. That $23.4 million is still a good money for him. And mind you, he's a 6th round pick. Mm-hmm. He's never seen this type of money before. So he'll play on this franchise tag and then be like, bump it. If I have a great year, somebody else will pay me. Which will be a bad look on the Chiefs because it's like you initially traded away Joe Tooney and for him, and then now you didn't sign neither one of them. And now you got questions. Now next year, if God willing, Josh Simmons is everything is advertised. If Kingsley can be average at left guard, if we all know what Crady is, he's the best center in the league. But now you're gonna have questions at the right tackle because Jawan Taylor's gonna be gone next year, and you're gonna have questions at right guard. Unless you really unless you put Hunter Norzad in there and think that he's gonna be something by year 3.
All right. So while you were talking, I think I wouldn't put that past the Chiefs. I mean, they literally traded away Joe Tooney, and he's a He's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, but the thing about Joe Thuney is that also we got to remember is that he is 32.
True.
And this is something that, Bill Belichick and the Patriots used to do was
get them
they
before
would get out. Yeah, they would get rid of players that you would look up and be like, man, why are you getting rid of that dude? But
like they did Richie Seymour.
It was actually good business because they get out a year or two before they, they're out of their prime. We never know. Joe Thuney could go to the Bears and look terrible this year. And now Brett Veach looks like a genius. And Kingsley, if he's average or good, now it's like, oh, Brett Veach knew. This is why they make the decisions and we don't. Because all we see is production. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Joe Thuney is going to be bad. He probably going to be an all-pro again this year. But, and I understand people's plight. If it was me, I would have let Trey walk. And I would at least gave what's your name a 2-year deal.
Joe.
Yeah, I would have extended him another 2 years and had his heir apparent, whether that's Kingsley or whatever, sit behind him and be his heir apparent.
And you would have moved Norzad over to right,
or maybe Norzad, or maybe you move Kingsley over to the right guard.
Oh, and kept Joe at the left.
Made Joe to the left. You got either Jalen Moore or Josh Simmons at left tackle. You still got Creed, and then a right tackle, Jawan Taylor this year, and then you figure out right tackle next year.
Either move Jalen over.
Yeah, probably Jalen Moore over to right tackle. Now the following year, you still got Joe. You know what I'm saying? You'll have Josh Simmons at left tackle, Creed. You would have Kingsley at the right guard, and then Jalen Moore at right tackle.
So then you have your line set for this year and next year at least.
And then once Joe goes away, you cut him or he retires.
Yeah.
And then you can just slide maybe you slide Norzad in there at left guard in a couple years. Or you draft one.
Yeah, probably draft one.
Because you can get you a guard in
the
third or fourth round and be cool.
I think and somebody out there, they can correct me if I'm wrong, but from my, I guess, 35 plus years of watching football, I've seen teams, making it seem like it's more easier to find you a guard than it is tackle.
Oh yeah.
So
it is. It's because the position is not as pressing. It's pressing because guards are good for your running game. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're known for. They're on the inside of the trenches. So, you use them more so for running game purposes. If you can get a guard that can do both, that's dope. But it's just easier to play guard because you're not dealing with some guy who out in space. You know what I'm saying? It's just right there. Boom. So, that's what I would have did. But, I get it. I get you go for the younger guy. He's 25. And like I said, I think their decision was predicated off of Ronnie Staley not being available. And so, because I think if they had signed Ronnie Staley, they was letting Trey walk.
And kept Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they would have had it. They still would have had to renegotiate that contract because then you would have bring Ronnie Stanley in on a big ass free agency contract, and then you got your left guard on a big ass contract.
Oh, they definitely would have renegotiated with Joe. So yeah, but hey man, they make decisions, and I'm gonna trust what they do, and hopefully in a few weeks we hear something. You know what I'm saying? From Trey and get this contract done. Yeah,
like I said, I'm knocking on wood. I don't want no mess, man.
But I don't think. But like I said, I don't think that you're gonna get that. I don't think you're gonna get the Chris Jones situation is totally different from the Trey Smith situation.
I know. I see. I feel what you're saying. Well, we've seen crazy shit.
Yeah, but Trey's personality is totally different from Chris Jones. He's not gonna be sitting in the stands eating popcorn watching the game.
I get what you're saying.
He'd be at the house if anything.
Yeah, but we didn't know about certain people, and they turn out to be certain ways. Like we've seen it in society a million times. So
I hear you, but I just
I feel you. I feel you though.
I don't think Chris. I don't think that's just his nature. Like
Yeah.
I could be wrong, and I'll sit here and on the show and tell you I was wrong about Trey if he do some shit like that. But I don't think he'll do that. I think he's gonna play on the franchise tag regardless. I think it's been stated that he'll play on the franchise tag. So, like I said, it's the most money he's gonna make, and since he's been in the NFL regardless. So,
I'm just gonna say this. Hey, Trey Smith, let's have a conversation real quick. All right. How about the Chiefs pick up 75% of your contract and then we'll pay the rest out in jack stacks? Because I know you and Creed love that shit. So go ahead. let's work out it there. Hey, jack stacks, I'm gonna tag y'all. Hey, let's get the deal done. Like go ahead.
And what I'm hearing, the mix up is the years. Trey wants 5, they want 6. Or Trey wants 4 and they want 5. That's what it is.
Well, he's what, 25?
Yeah.
I will want 5 too.
Yeah. The Chiefs want 5. Trey wants 4, so he can get out. So he can at least be like. It was initially probably like a 3-year deal. So he by the time he gets out of the guarantee money, he could either renegotiate it or trade it or whatever.
Probably a team option in that 4th. Yeah. Either way, I mean, get the last few years of his prime from Kansas City, whether it's 4 or 5. 4 makes sense for him because they want to start writing you off right when you hit 30. So that makes sense for him to try to get out or get a new contract right before he turns 30. So that makes sense. For the Chiefs, I mean, yeah, let me get your last 5 years of quote unquote NFL prime, 5 years, get you 30. And then I'll let you go about your business. Because hopefully by that time we can, by the looks of things, we could probably rack in maybe 2 or 3 more Super Bowls right there. So
yeah. For sure. All right, man. Let's talk about Rashee Rice, man. He was at OTAs and he looks like he's in tip-top shape. He was out there running routes. Now I know they're in shells and shorts right now, so he could take with a grain of salt. But from what I saw, he was cutting on the knee. He wasn't like grimacing. It wasn't no limp. He was out there, doing things that he was doing, last year. So, what is your encouragement from what you saw from Rashee Rice last week?
Man, like you said, so whatever we're about to say, ladies and gentlemen, we understand it is mini camp, OTAs, and we know it's off-season workouts. We know, all right. There's no pads, but just to see him move and the footage that has been released, man. Like you said, I'm like, oh, I like that sound of things or the looks of things because when you have those type of injuries, ACL, Achilles, you want to see how does the player move post that surgery, rehabilitation, and all that. So that's what you really want to see. So when you start seeing him move, you're like, oh, he looked like he ready to go. Week 1 right now. Like, okay, I like to see that because those knee injuries ain't nothing to play with, especially wide receivers. We know what's up, man. That was a gruesome injury that he had to deal with. So, it's signs that he's physically, ready to go, and also mentally. We got to think about the mental aspect about that when it comes to injuries, especially like a ACL or Achilles. You want to see that the player is moving fluidly, as in they're not thinking about the injury; they're just, naturally trying to move. And so you hear about all the athletes that say, man, I mentally it was almost took me another year post surgery to feel right again. So the fact that he's moving like that, it kind of shows that he's like, all right, I'm trusting my body, trusted the doctors, did the repair, hey, let's get it. So I love it. I'm geeked up, man, about Rashee Rice when I was looking at the videos. I'm like, hey, okay, Double R, I see you. Yeah, let's see what the commissioner got to say.
Right. All right. Well, the the thing about it is, and I know Patrick Mahomes talked about it too, is that his injury was super early in the year. And the good thing also is because I know a lot of people were saying is that Achilles or ACL, so it was an LCL. You know what I'm saying, so it wasn't as drastic as ACL. Still a bad injury, but it wasn't as drastic. I think the recovery time was like 9 months. So, so he's had plenty of time to do his rehab and recover, and you can tell he's been
late
hard.
September. That Chargers game, that late September,
Week 4. So yeah,
early October. Yeah,
early October probably.
I'm just trying to do the timeline in my head about the 9 months. Just trying to see where he's at, like physically.
But you can tell he's been working at it. He's been, doing his rehab. I know Rick and them been working with him, probably trying to get him right for the season. But hey, when they said that he could run routes, that was a good sign. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're doing a rehab, you usually can't do that until training camp. So it was good to see him out there. Good to see him out there running routes with the wide receivers. He looks like he's primed for a huge, big year this year. So I'm hoping we get the Rashee Rice that we saw last year, man. That that guy who can open it up over the middle, do a lot of those Travis Kelce stuff. Because he was eating last year. He was killing zone. I think I saw a stat that in zone he beat zone coverage 83% of the time. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
That's pretty damn good for a second-year guy.
I know it was a small sample size, but I would imagine it probably would have been greater had he kept playing. So it's good to get our number one wide receiver back. Like me and Mar talked about it past 2 weeks about Rashee Rice and his importance to this offense, and we'll see about the legal stuff. I know he has his legal hearing case stuff coming up. We'll see how that goes with the case. You see your boy Mike Floria try to remind everybody about him and make sure that he gets suspended this.
The number one Chiefs hater, I swear. It's like a tie between him and Jason McIntyre. They like go back and forth who wants to be that most hated amongst the kingdom. So.
What's his name? Craig Carlton's up there too. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited for Rashee Rice for sure. All right, man, let's talk about Trent McDuffie, man. PFF put out some grades, put out a standing for top corners going into the 2025 season. I know your boy J.C. Horn wasn't too keen on his ranking. He was number 23, but they stated it was because of injuries and
where's the lie at? I mean, bro, J.C. Horn ain't stayed healthy worth of nothing since he got drafted, bro.
Exactly. So I'm gonna start from 10. 10, they got Denzel Ward. 9, they got Jair Alexander. 8, they got Christian. Huh?
No, I'm just saying.
8, they got Christian Benford. 7, Marlon Humphrey. 6, DJ Reed. 5, Derek Stingley Jr. 4, Jalen Johnson. 3, Trent McDuffie. 2, Patrick Surtain, and 1, Sauce Gardner. So, how are you feeling about this list? It was Trent McDuffie slotted right. Do you think he's the third best corner? And do you think they got it right with the 1 and 2? Do you think this list is right overall?
I think there's a little overhype for Sauce. That's just me. I mean, what you get to play great on a bad team and get. Never mind. I just think Sauce is good corner. I just think sometimes it's a little overhyping for Sauce. And had a great rookie year, but I mean, he's on a great defense with great players on that whole damn side of the ball. If there was one thing we weren't worried about with the Jets, it was their defense.
They kept the team. They always kept them in the game.
So he had a great pass rush and a great, complimentary corner on the other side in DJ Reed. So it's kind of like, how good are you really? I don't know. I like Sauce. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of factors that are into a positives for him to succeed. as at his position. When it comes to Trent, to answer that question, obviously, in my humble opinion, he's definitely a top 5 corner. So I was definitely excited to see that he was there at 3. And that's just, based on his body of work since we've seen him, come into the league as Chiefs fans. It kind of started off a little rocky, had a little injury and kind of had to bounce back a little bit, but for the most part, been very durable besides that moment, his rookie season. You put him anywhere on the field, whether it's outside slot, and he's playing man to man, he does his job. I mean, that's exactly what you wanted from a corner. That, hey, go get that wide receiver, and he's there. I mean, he makes plays. I know a lot of people are going to be down on, oh man, where the interceptions at? I get it. Do we want more interceptions, more turnovers from our defense? Of course. But damn it, one thing that I do love about this defense, they don't let you score. So that's okay. That's okay. They're one of the best scoring defense for the last couple of years. So that's okay. They don't, get the turnovers. But with Trent, he's reliable. He'll definitely break the mold of not paying corners. This the one that you don't let walk out the building. Obviously, we've seen Javarius walk out the door. We liked him. But, they didn't keep him. I love Snead. They didn't keep him. That's just been the trend. They don't pay corners. This one you do. That and just to put that in perspective, if you're not a Chiefs fan, that's breaking the mold of what the front office has been doing when it comes to paying these secondary players. This is the one that you do pay. And so that should be telling for anybody not a Chiefs fan. And then and the reason I kind of was taken back was because I like Jair Alexander. He squeaked in at top 10, and I was just kind of, I was taken back, if JC Horn gets kind of penalized for his injuries, I'm just kind of looking at Jair Alexander right there at number 9?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my man's been hurt a lot for the last couple of
years. I'm going to
years.
be honest with you. Denzel Ward is too low.
He's too low or too high?
He's too low. Like, he should be higher. He should be. I would probably put Denzel Ward above DJ Reed at number 6. Denzel Ward is a baller.
Yeah, I
he's just on a bad team. Yes, I know you got Myles Garrett, but it ain't like you got another corner over there that's like, Greg Newsome is fine. He's cool. He's not. He ain't DJ Reed.
DJ Reed. Yeah, I feel you. So for argument's sake, I would put Denzel Ward over DJ Reed on the fact that DJ Reed's my number 1, or I'm sorry, Denzel Ward's my number 1, and DJ Reed, I think he's a solid 1B.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a good slot corner. That's what he is. He's a good slot corner.
Well, I mean, he was, if he's opposite of Sauce, I mean, that works for you. I mean, and vice versa. So it's like, if I'm Denzel Ward, if I'm a offensive coordinator, I'm not scared of your opposing cornerback on that other side. I'm going to be more worried about what happens on that side where Denzel Ward is at. Greg Newsome is cool, but I just think when you have a situation like that, DJ Reed is a good corner. Not taking nothing away from him, but I thought
that was a good pickup from the Lions. So not at all.
A great pickup because they're gonna need it. Yeah. Because we don't know what that defense looks like without Aaron Glenn calling plays, so we don't know. So yeah, that's a good pickup. But I look,
and I would switch. And I'm sorry, I'm putting Patrick Surtain at number 1. Patrick Surtain is number 1 to me.
That's what I'm saying. I think
I'm not mad at Sauce being. Look, I think Sauce gets a little bit of a bad rap because I think he's getting put in bad situations with his quarterbacks. Not that offense, not produce.
Yeah,
there's only so much a corner could do.
Well, the defense in general, they were on the field probably 75% of the season.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this man is guarding the number 1 wide receivers out there. Like, I think he get a little bit of a bad rap. I think Sauce is still one of the top 3 corners. So I would just switch him and Surtain. I would switch him. And I'm fine with Trent being at 3. I know a lot of people will say, with Jalen Johnson. I think Trent is better than Jalen Johnson. I like Jalen Johnson. I think he's really good. And I'm fine with him being at number 4. because I think I think he's a really good corner.
Yeah, I like him, but I feel more comfortable with McDuffie 1-on-1 with a wide receiver.
For sure. That's why I say I got Trent over him.
Yeah.
Derek Stingley Jr. can jump Jalen Johnson is he has another year like he had last year.
He had a great season last year, and
that's the player that we saw at LSU his freshman year.
Yes.
He was a freshman locking dudes down. So
and it's crazy because I think when initially because he got drafted 3 years ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
In the first couple of years, they were okay, but I think definitely last year was his breakout when he's like, I thought he put it all together. And was like, dude, serious, because he started making crazy plays last year. I'm like, that's Stingley Jr. There you go.
And then they got the other guy that they drafted on the other side that helps him out too. And then their safeties are not bad either. So, but yeah, I'm fine. Like I said, I'm switching Surtain and Sauce. I just think Patrick Surtain he's the number one corner in this league. He's got all the attributes. He's 6'2", 200-something pounds. He got speed. You ain't running past him. He's too big, so you ain't going out physical him. So
if you ask me, he would be the prototype of a cornerback that you would look for the future.
No, of course.
Physical and speed.
He is the litmus test at corner right now. So, but Trent is nice because he's probably the best slot corner in the league right now, but he can also play outside. The only knock on Trent is that the bigger receivers give him a little bit of issue.
Size. And that's okay because you can still give him the slight help on safety over top if need be. But we've seen him not afraid. He's
not. But that's why him and L'Jarius Sneed was such a great tandem, was because you could put L'Jarius on the bigger wide receivers and let Trent just do his thing in the slot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he's so good when you put him on like somebody like a Jamar Chase, he's a bigger guy, but he's not a tall guy. So he can lock him down. You know what I'm saying? Like those type of receivers, those compact 6'5", 5'11" guys. I'm not worried about that on Trent. It's when it's like 6'3", 6'4". It's T. Higgins and it's like
hey, Josh Williams, I need you to do something.
Back up a little bit, Trent. Back up a little bit.
Just start backpedaling.
Don't let him get his hands on you, player.
Yeah. Get your space.
Marlon Humphreys, I think he's revitalized his career as a slot corner now. I think he's a top slot corner. He played really good last year too. I know those young players, they took them a little bit longer to get Nate Wiggins and all them. Took them a while to get it, but once they got it, their cornerback room is nice. Benford was Bill's best corner. When I heard that he was hurt in the AFC Championship game, I said, we got to cook them. Our receivers about to be open all night.
Hey, Benford used to piss me off in just Buffalo games, bro. I'm like,
Benford is nice. I give it to him. Jair Alexander, when healthy, is probably one of the best corners in the league.
Top 5. But he's been hurt the last 2.
He always get hurt, and it's them knick-knack injuries like groins and hamstrings and stuff like that. So
stuff that ain't good for a corner.
And once you start getting those, it's not good. It's not good. But yeah, man, I'm fine with where Trent is at, man. I think Trent is a top 5 corner, most definitely. He's proven himself. 2 All-Pros out of his 3 seasons. What can you ask? What more can you ask for? You know what I'm saying?
Come on. That's crazy work right there, bro.
Not a lot of people. You never been to a Pro Bowl. Nobody care about the damn Pro Bowl, especially at corner. What you gonna do? You playing 7-on-7.
Wait. Who cares? The people who care about Pro Bowls, have they not seen how the Pro Bowl format is?
These dudes are playing flag football now.
That's just a vacation, bro. That's just a vacation.
And I think it's more so it's a popularity contest. Like I think he's starting to get there, but I don't think Trent was a household name on his defense. They would look at Chris Jones because that's all they would talk about is Chris Jones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe George. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of that, they wouldn't talk about nobody else on this defense. Maybe Nick Bolton too, because they like Nick Bolton. So
Yeah. Well, they starting to.
Yeah.
A big play in the Super Bowl helped that too. So,
It does. It does. All right, man. I don't know if you heard that. This has been news for a while now, but I wanted to get your opinion on this. Now, Nike and the NFL have signed a multi-year initiative deal to celebrate team rivalries with special uniforms, dubbed rivalries. The jerseys will draw deeply on city and community identities, much like NBA City Edition or Major League Baseball City Connect series. The rollout timetable. And so this year is going to be the AFC East and the NFC West. So the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, Cardinals, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, they will roll out their jerseys this season. 2026, it'll be the AFC South and the NFC North. And then 2027, it'll be NFC East, of course, and AFC West. And then 2028, AFC North, NFC South. So it'll be a jersey. Chiefs will get a specialized jersey, much like the KC Royals, KC Connect, the deep dark blue with the white KC on the front. You know, it'll be something similar to that, where it will, represent the city and the county and all that stuff. So, what would you like to see the Chiefs do?
Hey, man. It sounds crazy, but they need the black uniforms to represent that bark we be putting on that brisket, baby. No, real talk. I know I'm just being silly, but I know I didn't see mock-ups of the black jerseys, but I just think that would be so tough, like the black, and if they could find a way with the red and the gold outline somewhere in there, and I think it'd be just so clean, dog. It'd be clean as hell.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's just the problem is our colors, man. It's hard to.
Yeah, the red and the gold is hard, bro.
Because they're red, we're gonna look like the Falcons. Put yellow in there, look like the Steelers.
We look like mustard.
So.
Or they could go to remember when they used to wear the Texans a helmet had the gray face mask? Maybe they can go all gray and then do some red and gold accents on it somehow.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I didn't think of the gray. It's gonna be interesting to see how they represent the city too, because you can't do fountains. That's already done with the Royals.
Yeah,
you gotta do something else. And I don't want to see no ribs on no damn face.
Like, yeah, we got the black joints because and then we got the little rib lines right here.
We got a grill and a spatula on the
damn. Hey, they better hit up Gates for that sponsorship. Have Gates on the side right here.
Nah, I don't want to see that, man. They gonna have to figure that part out.
They help me on the other side right here.
Put some tornadoes on there and shit.
Hey, bro, that's wild.
No. But they got 2 years. They got 2 years to get it right. I think we need to put this to a vote. Do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like
fan vote for real? Fan vote.
Yeah, man. Let us pick.
Yeah.
Don't let Clark pick.
He can't, because we know he got zero style, bro.
Don't let Clark pick.
Hey,
I already let Andy. Andy got a little swag to him. I let Andy pick. Let out there with the Air Force One.
Let Andy and Brett do it.
Let Patrick and Travis do it.
Yeah, let that be Travis' retirement gift.
That's his gig. He's over creations and he's Triple H. He's over creative. Oh man, but we'll see, man. we're gonna see how these jerseys look. You know what I'm saying? The AFC East will be the guinea pigs this year, and the NFC West. So
you messed me up with that one, though.
what?
He said the boy Triple H. You messed me up.
He's over creative, man. You know,
Yeah, he's over.
What's up, Samuel? All right, man. We gotta talk about FAU, dog. Now, he was our first round pick from a couple years ago. And you know, things haven't gone as planned with FAU. You know, he's made a few plays here and there, even in Super Bowls. He always shows up and make a play or two. But as a first round pick, and I know a lot of people say he shouldn't have been a first round pick. He probably should have been like a second round pick. But it was in Kansas City. And Clark Hunt, he wanted to because I heard that, you know, they wanted to move back. But Clark Hunt was like, "Fool, I want to go out here. I bought these fireworks. I got the Super Bowl trophy in my hand. I'm coming out here and making a pick. So you better tell me who it is." And they pick FAU, the hometown kid from Kansas City. And, you know, there was a mixed bag. Some people liked it. Some people didn't like it.
Yeah.
And here we are 3 years later. And, you know, he hasn't lived up to the first round billing. So, what are you expecting in year 3 for FAU? Like, what do you want to see from FAU?
I just want to see him around the football. That sounds simple, but it's so the Chiefs have been one of the best teams in the last 2-3 years under Spags, is, you know, having one of the highest, you know, pressure rates out there. And so I just need him to be around the quarterback. I think that's just give me that. Like, get your pressures up. If you get your pressures up, then that lets me know that you're at least close to turning those pressures into sack. If you're not getting pressures, then that means you're not even getting nowhere close to the quarterback, and that's the problem. Right. So just turn your pressures up. You know, I'm not necessarily 2.5 sacks. Okay, most people would be a little upset, but I'm not tripping. The guy still got to develop, 3rd year, but turn your pressures up. That means you're at least in the vicinity to get a sack. If you're not getting there, like, because you got to at least get there to get the sacks. And he's not getting there enough for my liking. So that's why I was, you know, and to be candid, I was very questionable on that pick anyway, when he first came out, because I didn't hear much about FAU from, draft analysts, going through the draft. People,
it was pretty. I think his Senior Bowl. Once the Senior Bowl happened, he started getting hype.
Some hype, like, but I mean, like the first.
No, I mean, he was getting hype. Like, he was moving up draft boards because his workout was good. His Senior Bowl, he was beating man up the line, and I mean, it's not like the dude had 12, 13 sacks like his last year or something like that.
Yeah, but see, that was kind of really my thing. I hate to say that it matters when you play football in college, but it matters, and
it does.
Kansas State,
But my thing is this: I get all that, and look, I get it. He ain't playing the SEC. He ain't playing the Big Ten. I mean, that's what they look at.
Yeah, when you play in Big 12, in certain positions they're gonna look at you kind of.
But my thing is this: if you are playing in a lesser conference, it's a catch-22. So if he plays in the Big 12, he only had 2 sacks. Now we're looking at him like trash. If he gets 12 sacks, well, the competition was trash.
I get you. I
can't win for losing, man. I'm sorry. I didn't get touted by Alabama, dog. I had to go where the tuition was free.
Okay, but then that's when I said, okay, well, how did those sacks get produced? And
no, he was getting pressure off the line.
Yeah.
And look, let's also be real.
Yeah.
In college, these dudes don't be teaching these dudes how to have a mixed bag. You don't learn that until you get to the league.
Yeah, you got
because you don't got to. You can literally.
Yeah, you just got to be an athlete.
Whoop, whoop, run right around the dude. Because half of the dudes, and I'll be real, half of the dudes the FAU face probably are accountants, plumbers, IT guys.
Hey, Mr. Postman. They just delivered your mail.
Fixing your computer problems. You know, CEOs of companies.
HVAC.
I get it.
HVAC.
I get it. But hey, man, my man was highly productive. And like I said, he went to the Senior Bowl and showed up against guys who played in the SEC. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But I'm with you. I am with you. Now, I do think that for his rookie season, when he got hurt, he had the foot injury. I think that hurt him, set him back a little bit. And they already said, and they said that initially that his second year was more of his rookie. It was his rookie year. And this year will be more of his second year. So we'll see if he can produce. I did like that he was working out with Tamba Ali. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that pays dividends. It has paid dividends to a point. It's paid dividends for George working out with Tamba Ali for sure. But hopefully we get to see FAU take a leap where he can challenge for snaps with Mike Dana.
Well, he's gonna have to, because I think Mike really pretty much kind of helped put him on the bench too.
Well, we all know Charlie O is going to start on that side.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I thought Mike Dana had a damn good year last year, and that kind of helped put FAU on the bench. It's like, I can't. When there was times where obviously when Charlie O came back, was doing what he's doing, Chris was doing, started getting busy, George started getting busy, then Turk was getting busy. So it's kind of like some of these guys started getting, like Mike Pennell was good at running, stopping the run. It was kind of like, how am I going to get FAU in this rotation? Like, those guys were producing, and it's kind of like, I can't take the field.
The thing about it is that he's going to have to. He can't let Ashton Galati get ahead of him.
He done if he is.
You can't let Ashton Galati get ahead of you, because if he does, then that's a real red flag.
No, you might as well get ready to put on another jersey, because V's not going to hold on to him.
Which, like I said, I hope the best for the kid. I hope he, realistically, I'm not even really worried about too much about sacks. If he can get some sacks, that's dope. But I'm with you. If he can affect the quarterback and he's actually gotten better against the run, because that was the knock on him, was that the run support wasn't the greatest. And they played a weird system in K-State. I think they played like a 4-2-2 or 4-5-2, whatever that shit's called. That weird ass defense shit.
Well, in the Big 12, I mean, you pretty much got you try to get as much speed on the field as much as possible. Like,
you got mad DBs and shit out there. So
yeah, you probably might even put like even one linebacker out there. You got like a hell of safeties and corner shit. So I mean, I trust me. I think you make some great points that can, I don't want to say give an excuse for FAU, but at least put things into perspective on some of the, reasons why he hasn't panned out. But to be fair, I mean, I think just for me personally, I got a little trepidation about first round picks ever since Clyde. I'm like, man, I need y'all to pan out, bro. It's just one of those things. I hate to put that pressure on him, but it's like, man, like, because I thought Clyde was going to be a game changer for us, and I'm like, what happened? And just so, I guess I get nervous with first round picks, so it was good to see X-Man do what he did last year. So I was like, yes.
Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully he can step it up his third year, and hopefully it clicks for him. Some guys it takes a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. At least he got some rings out of it.
Yeah. Him and Scott Moore. I'm sorry, I shouldn't take that shot.
Hey man, stop shooting that Sky, man. Leave Sky alone.
I shouldn't do it. Shout out to Scott Moore, man. I'm sorry.
Sky chilling, man.
Yeah, he is. He don't need to be chilling. He's working. All right, let's talk. It's your fault. You set me up for that one. You lined me up. You threw the alley-oop for that one. You knew what you was doing when you said that.
Nah, fam, I ain't do nothing.
All right, Chris Sims on his Unbuttoned podcast, he put out his top 10 quarterbacks for the 2025 season. Now he broke it down in sections, almost like a pyramid type deal. So let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Give me a second, people.
Did he do like all 32, or are you just giving us the top 10?
Top 10.
Okay.
Just top 10. Yeah, I ain't about to do all 32. We don't need to do all that. All right, so I'm gonna start from the bottom. So he has Jalen Hurts at number 10. He called his bracket, he calls it Truth Hurts. So he's kind of like by himself. Like Jalen Hurts is by himself at number 10 in a little section. Then he has Pocket Rockets, which 8 and 9, that's Justin Herbert and Baker Mayfield. Then he has Surgicality, 5, 6, 7, which is Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, CJ Stroud. Now you ready for the core 4? You ready for this order to piss you off?
Yeah, I already know it's about to be some bull.
Bam!
Yeah, the core 4 is always going to be the core 4 in anybody's list. It's just where you put them. Yeah.
Now, hold on. Before you give your dissertation, I'm going to let my man, Chris Sims, tell you why he put your boy there.
The man who was number 1 last year is no longer number 1. Gosh, I feel like he's been number 1 for a long time. And I can't even believe I'm saying this or doing this. You know, this has been one of the struggles of my whole exercise here and doing the top 40 countdown, the pyramid, whatever the hell we're calling this thing. All right. This has been the thing. But if I'm going to be true to myself and true to our viewers out there, and we're going to rank quarterbacks on quarterback play and what they're doing right now, yes, at number 4 is Patrick Mahomes. Yes, Patrick Mahomes, number 4, maybe the greatest quarterback I've ever seen in my life, right? For right now, he's number 4 in the NFL. And that's weird for me to say it. You know how much admiration and how much I love Patrick Mahomes. Like I just said, I think he arguably might be the greatest quarterback of all time, right? So there's that aspect. And on top of that, he's mastered winning. He's the ultimate winner. He's the master of winner. And I know some people are going to go that, well, isn't that the only point is to win? Yeah, I get that. I know. Winning is not a quarterback stat, though. I know we like to put it there, and I take it there and take it into context, but it's not like, oh, we're just going to, he wins. He's number 1. That's it. He's number 1. Phil Simms won the Super Bowl in '86. He's the best quarterback in football. No, he's not. Sorry. It doesn't just work like that, okay? Mahomes is special in all ways. And like I said, he's mastered the art of winning. But within mastered the art of winning doesn't mean you've played the most high-quality quarterback play last year or even the year before that, okay? Within mastering the art of winning, you also have some things on your team that allow you to go away. I don't have to force the issue. I don't have to make this throw that Joe Burrow or Josh Allen might have to make because my defense is awesome and they're going to hold them under to 15 points. So I have a luxury right here of throwing and taking a chance and just throwing a ball into double coverage down the field, right? Or holding the ball too long in the pocket and wait, there was somebody open, but no, I want more. Let me see if I can make something happen. My defense will keep us in the game, right? Or just a little bit of like a token throwaway in some moments, like, nobody was open. It's like, no, go to the second or third read, and we kind of just put it in a spot where maybe one can get it or maybe no one else can get it. But again, those are luxuries that his team gives him. And those are the things I got to take into account here with this as well. So, yes, the man, the myth, the legend, one of the greatest I've ever seen, and all that, and maybe the clutchest quarterback in football still, I understand that. The quarterback play week in, week out, and I don't think he would disagree with me here, has not been as high level, right, the past 2 seasons as Burrow, Lamar, or Josh Allen. And that's where you get into it here. And that's where it's incredibly difficult. And some of the things that just came out of my mouth, I literally want to be like, I can't believe I just said that, right?
We have a lot.
You know how much I love Mahomes.
We have a lot to get into, but
Right.
All right. So, how do you feel about his explanation of why Patrick Mahomes is at number 4?
Well, okay, so he's valuing stats. And it goes to the conversation when you have conversations amongst other sports fans. And obviously he played the game, he was great, but he made it to that level. But, so there's going to be a certain of legitimacy that he's going to carry more than, say, me or you would.
Right.
Fair enough. All right. But I value winning. And that was how he literally started his thesis. And then he hit the butt. Once he hit the butt, I was like, all right, he's just going to have a take, and he's going to, come up with, again, stats to back it up. And if you're going by stats and going by that second half of his take, he's not wrong. I mean, how many times was it last year? I mean, we was on this same podcast, and we're like, well, what is Mahomes really looking at? Sometimes he's a little, apprehensive. That was something we never seen from Mahomes before. There was some apprehensiveness amongst the season that kind of popped up every now and then,
right.
And obviously dealing with injuries, he's trying to overcome some new pieces to the offense. You bring in D-Hop, now you got to figure out how to play him. So the only like you said, last week, the only reliable piece he had was a rookie in Travis Kelce. So he didn't have the fortunate pieces that Lamar Jackson had, with a Zay Flowers and a Derrick Henry. Those are game-changing weapons. He didn't have the offensive line play like Josh Allen did in Buffalo. Probably had one of the better offensive lines in the league in Buffalo. Mm-hmm. He didn't have the fortunate to have a Jamar Chase and a T. Higgins. So it's kind of like, I know that's what Chris is taking into an account stats-wise, because let's be honest, those other teams had some certain advantages over the Kansas City Chiefs. But at the end of the day, who ended up in the Super Bowl and still won the AFC? I value winning. I've always valued winning. Like, he literally started that whole thesis. Ain't it about winning? But what are we talking about? You can't say, oh, winning is not a quarterback stat. Yeah, I use it sometimes. So now you're being fickle and you're being conditional when you're using the stat of the win column under quarterback. You're picking and choosing when you want to use it. He literally like outed himself in his own take. So it's kind of like, it's crazy. Like, listen to what he said. I'm like, you really just went back on what you just said, Chris. But I mean, hey, you made it to the NFL.
So here's my thing about the whole, and we always get these discussions, and we always get people who will tell you that they'll pick this player over Josh Allen over Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson over Patrick Mahomes, or Joe Burrow over Patrick Mahomes. I've seen it. I saw it a month ago. Shout out to the homegirl Aruba, but she got on somebody's podcast and said she'll take Joe Burrow over Patrick Mahomes. And it's just like, okay, like I personally don't understand people saying they'll pick because there's no other quarterback you're taking in the fourth quarter when it's a minute left. Literally, there's nobody, and you're lying to yourself if you say you are. But in big game spots, when the game is on the line, and you leave my man a minute, hell,
13 seconds.
But you leave my man a minute or less, a little bit less.
Grim Reaper.
For him, he 9 times out of 10, especially in the playoffs. Now, regular season, there are some games where he may throw a pick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think that the game really it means something, but it's like, and then you got to take into context the difference between Patrick Mahomes and the offense that he played with is that Andy Reid is very paranoid on what he shows you in the regular season. Whereas Ravens, Buffalo, Cincinnati, they show their whole cards through the whole regular season. That's why they blow out so many teams. They literally, we've seen the Ravens smoke teams in the regular season.
15 wins.
Look like the best team in the league. And I'm talking about good teams. I'm not talking about they eating off of bad teams and just beating them. No, they smoke them. Buffalo, too. We've seen Buffalo smoke good teams in the regular season.
Yeah.
And then when they get to the playoffs, they go against, and everybody's going into the game. Oh, the Chiefs. Every week we hear how this Buffalo's going to smoke us, Ravens are going to smoke us, Bengals are going to smoke us. And then Patrick Mahomes shows up because it's playoff time. He flips the switch, and next thing you know it, you looking up and you got a L.
Joe got one, and he really living off that for a minute, bro. He been living off that joint for a minute.
No, because the media lets him live off that.
Yeah.
Because that's always their argument for Joe Burrow. He did beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Yeah, about 3-4 years ago.
2 Super Bowls later.
Like, how many times are we going to hold on to that? It's going to be like literally when, like, I'm telling you, 10 years from now.
They ain't even finished the job.
10 years from now, they're going to be talking about Joe Burrows. And you know what they're going to say? He beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Hey, that's like when you playing basketball, like you cross over, homie, you make him fall, you point, you shoot, and you clank it. You ain't finished the job, bro.
But you got to have context around Patrick Mahomes' last 2 seasons.
They ain't even win the Super Bowl, bro. They ain't even win the Super Bowl.
No, they didn't. But back to Patrick Mahomes. You got to have context on these last 2 seasons. The year before, his receivers were terrible. They were dropping passes left and right. Now, I'm not saying that he was perfect and he didn't have his flaws either and his faults in some of them games, but about 95% of those games was because the receivers couldn't catch the ball. And they still won the Super Bowl.
So let me ask you this: is that unfair to have like that certain expectations for a starter in the NFL to like stop like get past your flaws as a team and still win? Is that too much to ask?
For Patrick Mahomes, it is because that's all. Because now he's at a level to where only thing they look at, did he win or did he lose? Patrick Mahomes could literally throw for 300 to 400 yards, have 4 or 5 touchdowns, 0 picks, and his defense give up a touchdown in the last second to whatever quarterback, Joe, Josh, or Lamar. And they'll say, and then they'll literally say, and this drives me crazy when they do this, they'll say, Lamar Jackson outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Huh?
Yeah. I feel you.
I hate that so much. How did he outplay him?
Yeah, I feel you. Because I felt
that. And then I my bad, not to cut you off, but
you good.
Then last year, let's talk about last year. Let me ask you something, Mar. If any three of those quarterbacks lost a number one wide receiver, lost a number two wide receiver, lost their number one running back for the whole season, or for most of the season. Had to rely on a rookie and a still good tight end, but not what he used to be tight end, not what he used to be player in Travis Kelce.
No spring chicken.
He's not going to be the guy that can ultimately win you a game. Yes, could he get some big catches here and there, but he's not the guy that can ultimately win you that game that he used to. How do you think those three were fair? Do you think they made the playoffs? Do you think they go 15-2?
Man, it'd be real tough for them. Be real tough. It's because we
on top of that, they lost their number two corner. The pass rush wasn't nowhere near as good as it was the year before.
Yeah.
We go from a number 2, 3 top pass rush to now we're middle of the pack.
It's almost they went back to the defense in that 2020 Super Bowl, where they were about middle of the pack. Because those first Super Bowls, he went to the Super Bowl with some middle of the pack defense.
Well, he went his first year. He went with the worst defense in the league
to the AFC Championship game. Yeah.
To the AFC Championship game, and was a D forward offsides away from going to the Super Bowl.
Nah, don't bring it up.
Ooh. You know what?
I cringe every time I hear that.
I don't. You know what? Thank you, D4, because it was because of you, because what's your name got Bob Sutton got fired for that, and we got Spags. Could you imagine had we won the Super Bowl that year?
No way. We would have kept that.
Exactly.
Don't say that. That's disgusting, bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
so, you know what? No, I get it. We all want to win the Super Bowl that year, and I'm not sitting there saying I wouldn't loved it, but still.
Hey, because that was that shootout year with the Rams. Yeah. So that'd have been a crazy Super Bowl. That'd have been crazy.
And we would have had a different conversation about Patrick and Tom Brady, because he would have beat him his first year starting. Couldn't hold that over his head no more.
I wanted that game so bad,
bro. Like, there's just so much context around outside of last year. I would say last year, that was just bad play all around. Yes, the offensive line was horrible, but Patrick didn't make it no better.
Yeah, that's just ass whooping.
Yeah, they just got whooped. Yeah. And I'm not pitching no bell to Patrick Mahomes at all. Like, he played bad. He didn't put his team in a good position either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could have audibled and got into some run plays and, whatnot. But they just consistently wanted to throw. I don't know why. But outside of that, there is context on a lot of those losses in big games. And maybe outside the Cincinnati game.
That was, I don't know what.
In the second half.
I don't know what that was.
And let's be real. It's not like Joe Burrow had a great game in that game. It wasn't Joe Burrow.
I don't know what that was.
That was all Chiefs just collapsing. Now, I will say their defensive coordinator at the time, Lou, he had like a little bit of a number on Patrick.
Yeah.
He used to give Patrick problems. But that first half, they was up and down the field whooping their ass.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, both games, in that regular season game and that playoff game, they up like crazy double digits. And I'm like, yo, just like
it went the same way.
Shut the door.
It went the same exact way. Both games went the same exact way.
Had me sick, bro. I was in Jamaica for the regular season game.
The regular season game, I remember, because Patrick had Tyreek Hill wide open down the field. He threw it to him, and Tyreek dropped it. Had we scored before the half, we win the game. And Cincinnati doesn't even exist.
Exist is Why?
Because remember when they won that game, it was like all these Cincinnati Bengal fans just came out of the woodworks and like, oh, we're better than you. And, blah, 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 blah. And then the AFC Championship game happened and we did the same shit. Whooping their ass up and down the field.
And that right before.
And then that play right before the half, where Patrick just panicked and just threw it to Tyreek when he should have just shot it in the back of the end zone. And we kicked the field goal. And guess what, Mark? Even if the second half goes the same way, we win. There's no overtime. And guess what? Cincinnati don't even exist anymore.
He said, he doubled back. He's
because then it'd have been like, oh yeah, they got us in the regular season, but when it mattered, who cares?
Hey, did you really just spin the block on that?
Am I lying? Would they have talking points? No, because they season was over. They would have made no Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would have been like Buffalo. They beat us in the regular season a couple times, and then
can't get us in the post.
They can't get us in the postseason.
Hey man, I got friends that are Buffalo Bills fans. They get sick of that. Like literally, I was like,
they do.
Like, I told them we was going over the schedule on the show. I said yeah. I said I got y'all winning that regular season game. He said, man, don't do that shit, bro. He said, don't start your shit. I said what? He said, man, you trying to jinx it. I said, nah. Hey, man, it is what it is. I mean, facts are facts.
Because we don't put all our bullets in those games, man.
Yeah.
Greg Russo said, man, they were showing us stuff. We ain't even see it. We didn't see that in the regular season.
Whoa.
I know y'all didn't. Because Andy likes to play it close to the vest. There's only certain games where Andy kind of pulls it out in the regular season.
Is that what he do?
Yeah.
The precious.
There's only certain games where he lets it out. You know what I'm saying?
The precious. It's the precious. The precious playbook. Yeah. We know Andy.
Andy, like, I remember when we played Tampa Bay that following year on that Sunday night. Yeah, they
he was mad because he was mad about that Super Bowl, man.
They was all mad. You can tell the way they was playing. They was whooping Tampa Bay's ass.
They was mad about
and
that.
had one of the greatest plays by Patrick Mahomes.
Was that the only victory over? Was Tom there that year?
Yeah, we beat Tom that year.
Was that the only victory he has over Tom?
He has 2 in the regular season.
Okay.
The first year we won the Super Bowl that year. Because remember the Breshad Breeland when he was guarding Julian Edelman in the end zone, and they had a chance to, I think, tie it or win or go up by like 3. And my man Breeland hit the ball out like right at the last second. They tried to say it was try to say pass interference, but it was clearly like he just batted the ball down.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, he beat him twice. So technically they're 2 for 2, but they're gonna give Tom the nod because he won an AFC Championship in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Even though that Super Bowl was a little
Hey, you I was about to compare it because like I feel that way about that NBA championship the same year as that. Never mind. Yeah, man. I feel what you're saying, dog.
It was like Patrick was playing with both hands tied behind his back and a blindfold. My man Tom Brady had a brigade. First of all, the man was playing at home in Tampa Bay. Defensive line was one of the best defensive lines. That defensive line won that game. Not Tom, you look at Tom Brady's stats; they regular.
Hey, no, it got you tight, bro.
Oh,
my bad.
Don't get me started on that.
My bad. I wasn't trying to get.
Plus, It wasn't no better than every wide receiver and running back wanted to drop every touchdown.
Everything.
Like, I'm talking about incredible plays that would have been in the highlight reels to this day.
If you just hold on to the damn ball.
If Tyreek Hill scores that first touchdown, we talking about a different game possible.
It was getting hit in the face.
Was it Darren? What's his name?
Darrell Williams.
Darrell Williams hit him right in the face, man.
Right in the face.
That was the one where Patrick Mahomes was down there hovering and laying. He was laying down on the air. Travis dropped a wide open pass.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, that's what was good. That's why I was actually shocked that you said this one was worse. I was like, they both was obviously terrible. I was like, oh no, man.
No, this it's terrible. Plus, what was on the line?
Yeah, that's what made it worse. Yeah,
this is what made it worse because we could have been talking about 3-peat right here, and nobody could say nothing to us. They still can't say nothing. Now the team still can't say nothing to us, but the Eagles right now because they won. But outside of that, our teams really can't say nothing to us. But
Philly and Tom Brady—that's the only people that can talk.
Yes, that's it. But outside of those two,
be quiet. Night and night we ride.
But I thought last year was because first of all, I'm going into the game like, yeah, we got this. We gonna win. You know, we're gonna get this 3-peat real quick. You know what I'm saying? And first few snaps, I'm like, all right, we in it. And then it just started going downhill. Once Patrick started getting hit, I was like,
yeah. Hey. I was looking for the Dave Chappelle wrap that shit up, B.
It caught up to us, people. The gig is up.
I was looking for the Dave Chappelle wrap that shit up, B. Like
the gig is up.
Hit the button. Hey, wrap that up, B.
They got us. We tried to fool y'all with Joe Tooney and left tackle. We tried. Didn't work. They saw the trick.
Message.
And they was like, oh, he got short arms? Hey, Josh, bull rush.
Just run straight at him.
Get your little ass on
back.
Move, T-Rex. Move, T-Rex.
Hey, you wild for that, bro. Move, T-Rex.
It's all right. Because the villain origin story is made for Patrick Mahomes this season. He cut the man's hair. Hey. Y'all did this. Know this. Y'all did this. Y'all could have let us get the 3-peat. And y'all been cool.
Hey,
we'd be celebrating. We'd be partying, having fun. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes would have been in some movies and stuff.
Hey, yo, been distracted. One of y'all could have got a ring this year.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have cared for no folk. Nah, I don't know. Patrick should have been like, I want 4.
He would have been in the Super Bowl. I want another one. I want to fill this hand up. I want 5.
Hey, dog. He want more.
So I can slap the shit out of Jamar Chase. No, I'm just playing. I didn't say that.
Hey, you are wow for that. What the 5 fingers?
Don't clip that. Don't clip
that. No, I can't. You go.
Jamar Chase, run up on me. I don't want no problems with YN. I don't want no problems.
Wait, but hold on. Wait, is bad publicity? Is good publicity, right?
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if he hit me, me and the money, baby. Woo! It's like, tell me, you getting sued, brother. Taking you to court.
Oh, court. Hey, no.
Man, I was minding my business, man. Dude walked up on me and hit me.
Hey, man.
I don't even know who is Jamar Chase. I don't even know who that is. He played for the Bengals? Oh, that's why.
Hey, these jokes. These jokes, y'all. These jokes. Y'all gotta relax. These jokes.
Oh man,
I'm trying to cancel these jokes.
man, cancel what?
We having a good time.
Hey man, y'all do it all the time in y'all spaces. Y'all, I saw your little tweet, Zim.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's go around the league, sir.
Let's do
Get
that.
up out of here, man. J.K. Dobbins is signing with the Broncos on a 1-year deal. Now, J.K. had a really good season with the Chargers until, ultimately he had a little injury situation. But, up until that, he was having a really, really good season. Every time I saw him run the football, I was like, why did my Chiefs didn't sign him?
Yeah.
But he is going to the Broncos. I know he had a restricted free agent tender where he could go out there and find another deal from another team. And he looks like he's done that. So how do you feel about J.K. Dobbins on the Broncos with him and R.J. Harvey?
Low risk, high reward type of situation for them. You pretty much said it. He got to stay healthy. We know what he is. That's pretty much been, I guess, his downfall. That's kind of made him going from Baltimore to Chargers and now Broncos. So they're taking a low risk, high reward, little chance on him. If it works out, it works out. I can't hurt. We know what Sean Payton does. He likes to have like a little different type of array of running backs in his running back room. So that kind of fits his mode of what he's done in New Orleans. So makes sense. But I will say it does kind of if it works out for him, it does make the Broncos that much tougher for the Chiefs, competition wise. So, if he's healthy, man, yeah, that's a nice little addition to help the Broncos to aid them. But they still gotta beat the top dog. But it does make the competition different for sure.
For sure. Speaking of Jair Alexander, he was released from the Green Bay Packers. They saved $17 million in cap space. There was word that there was trying to get a deal done with the Buffalo Bills to do a trade, but ultimately they couldn't meet their, the compensation, right? So, how do you feel about this? Where do you think Jair Alexander still has something left in the tank? Where does he go? Does he go to Buffalo? Does he go somewhere else?
Oh man, I don't know. Obviously, Buffalo and Baltimore would be they would be silly not to go take a chance.
But there's a team that we just got through talking about. They like to put spaghetti and chili together.
Come on, man. First of all, they not even paying they own people.
Well, they gonna trade him away and they'll have the money to give Jair.
They ain't even paying their own people. They over there fighting with their rookie over words.
What'd he say?
Words on a paper.
What'd he say?
Hey, no, he spoke today. Stewart, I think that's his name.
Yeah, Shamar Stewart.
Yeah, Shamar. He like, bro, man, y'all on some other stuff, bro. Like, this is your first round pick. He's like, yo, I'm not in the wrong. Like, it's words. I just need insurance to make sure that if I get hurt in these little OTAs, team, activities, that I'm covered because I'm your employee. You want this man to participate in stuff that he can. He's not an employee. He be on the hook. What? Hey, what was everybody hate Chris daddy? Julius, cheap as hell.
Mm-hmm.
He got to be running the Bengals.
No, that's my
cheap as hell, bro. It ain't like, come on, bro. Hey, what? Hey man, somebody go check the front office. See a Terry Crews up in that bed right now, dog.
You fool. But where do you think Jair go to Buffalo? Maybe the Ravens.
If I'm those two teams, I'm like, yo.
I think the Rams would be a good spot for him.
Rams would be a good spot. Detroit would be a good spot.
Cardinals would be a good spot too.
Nah, they ain't going nowhere, man.
They don't give him money though.
Huh?
They don't
Oh,
give him
money? Oh, yeah. Oh.
And he gonna start over there too.
Yeah. Because I think because of what Jair Alexander has been, Arizona probably would pay him. But for me, I would like the Chiefs to get him, but it's a straight prove it deal, and it ain't no.
Yeah, he ain't coming.
No, I'm just saying it. Like,
I would be surprised if Jair Alexander was in the Chiefs uniform because they gonna be like, look, we're gonna give you this 5 up to 7.
Incentive based like a mud dog. Because he needs to show he can stay healthy. He's only played 14 games the last 2 years. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, we know what he is when he's healthy, but let Arizona pay for him. Then. Like, go ahead.
I'm sure he will be on the team soon. So
yeah, he gonna be on the team soon.
Anthony Richardson has a shoulder injury, so he will be out of mini camps. Why are you looking like that, man? And so Daniel Jones will be getting all the first team snaps. Does this mean that Daniel Jones will be the day 1 starter week 1?
This dude can't even make it to training camp. Oh, if you a Colts fan, you gotta be like, damn, bro can't even make it to training camp.
Also, rest in peace to Jim Irsay, man.
Yeah. Nah, for sure.
See that his daughters are the new owners of the team now, so we'll see how they work it. Maybe they do some things different. Not to say Jim Irsay didn't do what he could for the Colts, but we'll see how his daughters do. You know, do they do a little some things different? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Daniel Jones is starting week 1, man.
That's crazy.
This is calling for what it is, man. Don't be surprised
if he's starting week 1, bro. You got it.
Don't be surprised if Kirk Cousins is not in the Colts jersey by mid-season.
Shut up.
Don't be surprised.
Yeah,
Kirk Cousins ain't in the Colts jersey
by training camp.
By mid-season. I'm gonna say mid-season.
Okay.
Because they're gonna give your boy DJ a chance. Now, if he look bad in preseason, then they might call Atlanta.
Hey,
what you need?
We'll take some of that money off that bill for him.
So yeah. Your boy, the self-proclaimed greatest quarterback of all times, Aaron, has signed a 1-year deal with Pittsburgh Steelers. He was at training camp today, or mini camps today, mandatory mini camp today. How are you feeling? He was complaining about the helmet.
Already?
Supposedly he's gotten married.
Yeah, she got to be strong-minded like a mud. Do with that.
So now that he's in the Pittsburgh Steelers, how's the outlook of the Steelers? Are they gonna still be a mediocre 9-8 and make it to the playoffs again?
Hey, this might be the year that Aaron Rodgers might mess around and mess it up for old Mike Tomlin.
Also, TJ Watt is very disgruntled. He wants money.
Yeah, this might be the year that Mike Tomlin might be that year that over 500 ain't even going. Mark my words. They're going to go below 500, and that's going to be the reason. See, look, let's get rid of him now. All right, Mike Tomlin, man. You putting your job on the line for that fool? Okay.
I'm just saying, bro. Right. Shout out to Aaron.
Nah, man.
If you can make this work.
Nah, Mike Tomlin, he was like, hey, Y'all saw that picture, and he was like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna bring you in. I need you to do what you did for Robert." Yeah. I'm about getting tired, man. Yeah, that's what he whispered to him. That's what Mike said. Yeah, that's what he told Ron. He said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna get you in this uniform next year because I need you to do what you did with the Jets. So I need this vacation, man." So yeah, Mike. Hey, I think Mike Tomlin ready to retire. I think he ready to retire because he brought him in.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, man. Why do players do all this threatening with their contracts just to show up to mandatory minicamp?
It's a weird strategy, man.
Because that's what your boy James Cook did. He did all that woofing. Somebody he's selling his house. He can stop following the Buffalo Bills. Which stop following the team that you play for on social media is nasty work. That's just dumb. It's not your woman. Some girl that broke up with you.
Unfollow.
But he showed up to mandatory minicamp, and I quote, "I like my money. That's why I'm here."
But you didn't get it yet, so I'm.
Hey man, I'm just hey, look, I just report the news. I just report it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, we're doomed.
Nick Chubb has signed a 1-year deal, $5 million, with the Houston Texans. Does that make them better, same, or worse?
Slightly better if Nick Chubb can get back to his form. I don't think he'll get back to that form before the knee injuries, but production wise, I mean, he should have something left in the tank. We'll see. He just got to stay healthy. But I mean, Texans got. I think they'll still be around. 9, 10, 11 wins as they, been the last 2 years. They've been 9 and 7 the last 2 years in a row. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't see them going worse than that. So
for sure. All right, man. That's all I got around the league, brother.
Hey, I'm telling you, them Bengals is cheap, bro. I ain't never seen it. That's crazy, dog. You don't even want to protect your rookie.
Now. Man. We used to have a GM named Carl Peterson.
Oh, don't remind me. Do not remind me.
He wasn't cheap. He would just break the bank for past day prime players. And think that because they had a name that, that'll shut them up.
He couldn't wait to get Joe Montana, man.
But Joe took his AFC Championship game, so I ain't gonna knock Joe.
Fair. And also got knocked the hell out and didn't finish it. So
Buffalo was headhunting. It is what it is. Let's call it what it is. They was headhunting. They could do that back then. So whatever. They knew. They knew.
I can't with you, bro.
Am I lying? They was headhunting, man. They took him out the game and they knew. Once he was out, it was over. And it was on the trail to their many Super Bowls that they would.
Yo, how unlucky this situation is, bro. You lose 4 in a row.
Ooh, man.
And then what, 20 years later, oh man, we revitalized the franchise and they can't get past.
It's because it's the curse. I call it the Joe Montana curse. You try to take him out, man.
Hey, you see that beautiful stadium they building in Arrowhead North?
Yeah, I do. It's nice.
Yeah.
They better be building one in Kansas.
No, I'm talking about in the one in Arrowhead North. I like that one. I like that one. Yeah.
You're talking about Buffalo's new stadium. I know that.
It's pretty.
I'm talking about the one out there in Kansas City, Kansas, and the Legends.
Well, I don't care where they put it. I mean,
you still represent, right?
Oh yeah, as long as they stay in the area.
My man Boogie said he done.
Just because they go 15 minutes across the line. That wow, bro.
He said if they go to Kansas, he's done. And I believe him because that's Boogie. He crazy.
15 minutes across the state line.
Shout out to Boogie.
That's wild.
He is done with him. He's no longer supporting the Kansas City, Kansas Chiefs.
And to be honest, I wouldn't mind it because I'm only like 15 minutes from that side anyway. So that'd be easy for me.
The Overland Park Chiefs. The Olathe Chiefs.
Yeah. And people still gonna be in that damn parking lot filling it up. They still gonna be in the home. Yeah, they ain't. In the other Chiefs. Yeah. They still gonna be doing that funky ass barbecue in the parking lot. I ain't even.
Do you think they keep one of the teams in Missouri?
Hey, well, Missouri, they got that. I think it's smart if you do. Like, you can't, like, there's been so much money to your damn bottom line, especially with the Chiefs the last 9 years. You want to let that money train go to Kansas? Come on, man. That's a money train right now.
I know they try to do in that legislation to try to say they got money. Try to get some money to pay for the stadium, help pay for the stadium. So we'll see. We shall see. It's not looking good, player.
Hey, I don't care where they go. As long as they stay in this area. Oh, I ain't tripping about that little border, man. Hell no, I ain't tripping about that little border. The logo gonna stay the same. The quarterback gonna look the same. You know,
hell, by the time they move, was that 2032? Is Patrick gonna still be here?
Oh no. Wait. How many years is that? It's another 7 years?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Well, he's 29. He'll be 30 this year.
Yeah,
but he'll be 37.
Yeah, but he's talking about he wants to play into his 40s.
Yeah, he ain't play into his 40s.
That's what he. Well, how is it not possible? I mean,
I'm saying it's not.
The rules. Hey, they
let that man win a couple more Super Bowls.
What, Tom Brady gonna come out of retirement, bro?
Then Andy retired because right. Andy gonna retire in like 3 years.
He's too close. Hey, Tom gonna go to the most stacked team when he.
And Tom gonna be by a partial ownership in the Kansas City Chiefs. So if Patrick won the Super Bowl, he won the Super Bowl. He can say he got more.
Hey, I ain't never realized how petty you are, bro.
I'm not doing this, Tom Brady, man.
I'm just saying the scenario that you just cooked up right there. Wow, bro, that was wild.
Yeah, I'm being minority of the Chiefs. Yeah, win some more Super Bowls. That's when Pat gonna start throwing games. Nah, brother. I see your game. Play. You ain't throw no game.
Hey,
come on. You thought you was gonna get some more Super Bowls, Tom Brady? Not today.
No, sir. I'm about to mess all that up, bro.
He said his pick right in the end zone. You ain't getting nothing. Pat Petty too.
Hey,
be mad at him. What's wrong with you, man? I don't care about him getting more Super Bowls than you.
Hey, I bet you Tom probably texts him like every now and then, like, "Yo, hey kid, still can't beat me."
He probably texted him as, "Damn, what happened, man? Damn, really? What y'all doing out there, man? You all right? You good?" Damn, man. I was rooting for you too, man.
Hey, yo, you gotta chill, bro.
I was rooting for you too, brother. Yeah. And call Jalen next year, man. Thank God. Woo! Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Jalen.
Tired of this kid, man. He's doing stuff I could never do.
Hey, he sent him a good wedding gift.
We forget about that Tampa Bay Super Bowl because they was whooping our ass, but you wouldn't have known by the sideline of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, they was
Mike,
going. They was
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, all of them was on the sideline. Like, oh my God, how is he doing this? Dude is magical. I bet Tom Brady on there, man. Shut the hell up. Yeah, he losing right now. He ain't doing nothing.
over there glazing that loser.
You like him so much, take your ass over there too. Put a Chiefs jersey on, mother. Since you love him so much.
Since you like his ass so much. Hey,
See, I throw your ass another pass.
mad as hell.
Hey,
AB,
your ass another pass.
you better get the rest of these targets, man.
Where Gronk at? I'm give him all the targets.
Where Ronald Jones at?
That's why AB got mad, took all his clothes off. Middle of the field.
Hey, AB a fool, bro.
Maybe he just get jumped. He got his ass whooped.
Hey, his Twitter is crazy. He
be doing some wild stuff.
I literally like go to his Twitter page for pure comedy because it's craziness.
Yeah, he's wild. I don't know what's up with him. How you burnt? Never mind.
Hey man, shut it down because he's about to do it.
No, it's just how you burn bridges. Like you get paid from the Raiders.
Yeah.
You burn your freezer, burn your feet, and you can't work out. Then you go to the Patriots. Never mind. All bad. All bad. And if you put AB stats up to some of the greats,
crazy. Hey, his run was nuts.
He gonna be like 95 before he get into the Hall of Fame.
Nah, I don't know. They might Pete Rose him, bro.
He gonna be in a wheelchair, halfway done. He gonna be one of them senior Hall of Fame inductees. You know them dudes that be like, man, the dude been waiting for years. You gonna wait this man incoherent? You don't even know where he at. Now you put him in the Hall of Fame, dog. He can't even appreciate it now, man.
Because that's how they want him. They don't want AB coherent at all.
See some of them old Packer players and Bear players, some old players that they didn't put in the Hall of Fame. It's like, dog, what we doing, dog? Man on life support. You gonna throw the little gold jacket on dude. He can't even do a speech. You gotta get his grandson to do the damn speech for him. Why are you doing? The Hall of Fame is dirty, man. Let me tell you that right now. Y'all dirty. Doing these dudes like that. These dudes laid the foundation for the game. You gonna wait till this man can't even appreciate the Hall of Fame.
Oh man.
Dirty game.
Hey, you on one tonight, bro. You good?
I'm a little jet lagged, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, speaking of jet, before we get up out of here, hey, anybody knows me, you know, I'm always looking for some cheap flights. And I know everybody likes to diss on Spirit and all that stuff, but I'm the first one to run the Spirit because, like, you know, I know how to work the bag system. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never riding Spirit ever again because I rode Delta this weekend. It was like riding in a mansion. You know, with Spirit, you got to pay for extra bags. Not on Delta. You get a personal and a bag, carry-on bag for free. More free. On top of that, you know what else you get free on Delta? Free Wi-Fi.
Oh, really?
Free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you definitely paying for that on Spirit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely paying for that. Spirit had you tight, man.
Nah, let me tell you, just I'm done with them. It's been real. We had a good run.
Nah, I ain't never did it. I couldn't do no Spirit.
Shout out to Frontier too. Been good. It's been real.
I done some Frontier. I've done some Frontier. Yeah, it's kind of rough.
Frontier is their cousin. The Spirit's cousin. That's all it is. They cousin. That's
Frontier,
it.
yeah, Frontier Spirit.
They cousin. That's it. But yeah, I'm Delta. You got my business, baby. You got my business. You got a new customer.
Yeah, American Airlines is pretty whack. I don't like them.
Yeah, they trash.
Southwest is okay.
That's cool. It's the classic. Back in the day, everybody used to fly Southwest. Now everybody wants to fly JetBlue.
No, I've always loved JetBlue. Back in the day, they used to have the. This was back when the Giants was winning the Super Bowls, beating the Patriots. They used to have the TVs, and back in the days when I was riding JetBlue, and they always had the leather space. So like anytime, I always tried to get on JetBlue, but
that's what Delta got. They got the little TVs in the back, watch movies on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to Delta, man. You just got some free plug for me. Get us a sponsorship. All right, man. Speaking of sponsorships, shout out to BetUS. All my people that's watching right now, you see that QR code right there? Go ahead and scan that. It'll take you to the BetUS website. You go ahead and sign up. First time users only. Sign up. Put the promo code JOIN125. You get 125% sign-up bonus plus 10% gambler's insurance because they got other things on the website. That means 3 risk-free bets on $100 up to $5,000 on your first 3 bets. So that means if you deposit $100 on your first 3 bets and you lose, you keep your money. So you can win money or you can keep your money on your first 3 deposits. Just go over to BetUS, sign up. Tell them Chris and Mars sent you. Whatever streaming platform you use, whether it be Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, whatever you use to listen to your podcast, Arrowhead Chief Podcast is available. First time watch on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification button. So when we go live on Tuesdays at 5:30 Central Standard Time, we jump in the lives, talk about these Chief topics and NFL topics with us. We're going to get your opinion, man. We want to hear from you. If you agree with us, disagree with us, we ain't tripping. Just talk to us nice. Don't be in there talking crazy in the comment sections because I will kick your ass out of the comment section and you will never return ever in life again. Because I don't play that.
Yeah, you jet lag, bro. Yeah. Yeah, let's finish this up so you go get some sleep, bro.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just letting the people know. Talk to us nice, man. Talk nice to us. You know what I'm saying? I will send Joe to your doorstep.
Hey, and especially if you're on that Palmas on, it's a done deal.
He said Palmas. So obviously, his lady, never mind. He put it on Twitter, so I'm not. This is public knowledge. So she hit his liquor. You can go on his Twitter page and see this. This is public knowledge, man. I'm not spitting no secret stuff. He put this out there in all caps.
What are you doing getting your liquor?
She said, "You hit my liquor. ... divorce." Joe don't think I'll be watching him. I see you, Joe.
I'm definitely clipping that.
I see you, Joe.
Okay.
I'm watching you.
Hey, Reem over there said, "Oh, you hiding my liquor? Oh, we got to get divorced. It's over. It is over."
Also, shout out to him. He's got another grandchild. He seemed like he wasn't too happy about that either. So.
That's right.
This is all public knowledge. I'm not spitting nothing that he ain't say on his own. So anybody who follows Joe will see this. Also, you can follow us on all social media platforms: X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Twitch. You can follow us. We'll follow you back. We're not Hollywood, but we're Hollywood over here, as you can see.
Oh, we hood like this is crazy.
But yeah, follow us, man. If you got feedback, critiques, or if you have a question or topic that's Chief oriented or NFL oriented, and we like said question or topic, we'll bring it up on the show. We'll shout you out on the show because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead, hit us up, email, DM, or our mentions, and we will get back as soon as we see it. All right, good people, Chiefs Kingdom. Until next week, we're back to break down your Kansas City Chiefs and give you some more good content like we gave you today. Until next week, we out.
I'll at you.